Hey y'all, welcome back, or welcome to Jula the Dawn Tarot, where we're looking into daily energies on our healing journey. Please, if you're here, give us a like, a share, a subscribe, leave a comment whether you agree, don't agree, have questions, whatever. I love the feedback. So pre-shuffle energy, it was like the Four of Sacred Circles, which is the Four of Pentacles. And I know it was the Two of Cups. It was something in between there, but I was getting the energy of like the En Vogue song, like Hold On to Your Love. And it was also something about like saving some money. Then I saw the Magician card, and then the Ace of Staves, which is the Ace of Wands, jumped out the deck. So I feel like some things are definitely getting done, pre-shuffle energy. But then I pull these cards and I'm like, okay, it's more of the same. But we already discussed yesterday that the pieces, while remaining the same, are moving around on the board. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We got that Seven of Staves or Seven of Wands that showed up. We got the Ten of Cups. We got the Two of Swords. We got the Princess of Swords. The Nine of Sacred Circles, which is the Nine of Pentacles. The Hierophant. The Four of Sacred Circles or Four of Pentacles. Two of Sacred Circles. And the Five of Sacred Circles. So the Five of Sacred Circles being the last card to come out of the deck kind of just, I'm not gonna lie, it irritated me. With that Magician card that I saw in the pre-shuffle energy, in this Hierophant card, like, I don't know if like somebody is like doing magic on this particular collective right here, because that Magician card, while it may not be out today, it did show itself with all of these blockages. Like, it just, in the Magician card showing up, the Hierophant showing up, the High Priestess even showed up in one reading. Like, is somebody doing magic on a collective to block them? We did talk about that in a reading a couple days ago. It was the Ace of Cups, clarified by the Ace of Cups and a Magician, and I was saying it seems like somebody may be doing magic on your connection, because it's like, when it comes down to you with that Nine of Pentacles, it's like you can make stuff happen by yourself. Princess of Swords, all you gotta really do is put your mind to it, strategize, pray about it. You know, you're abundant, you know, in self. Hierophant backing you up. So it's like you put your mind to it, you pray about it, you plan it out, begin the execution. You're gonna have your abundance, or have your abundance, and then you backed up spiritually. But when it comes to that love life, it's like a Ten of Cups energy is supposed to be for you. But we got that Seven of Staves block. We got that Two of Swords block behind it, above the Hierophant. So it's like, if this is not, okay, if it's magic, then somebody is definitely, you know, trying to block you from the front end and the back end. Remember, we talked about that right hand and left hand energy. They blocking you on both fronts from getting your Ten of Cups, right? And it's like you need to be praying over it, and you need to be seeking that spiritual counsel to remove those blockages. Or it's you're being blocked spiritually, and because of your prayers and what you've put out into the universe that you want within this Ten of Cups, and you haven't come across it yet. So it's like it's being blocked, but it's being blocked for your protection, because you don't want less than what you deserve in that castle. It's like it's being protected, because if you look at the imagery in the cards, it's storm clouds. Those clouds are dark. That's heavy with rain. And you know, the rainbow comes after the rain, but those clouds are still full of rain. So the rainbow is just cast over the castle to like protect it from the storm. And that could be more energy about what we were talking about, you know, with your counterpart, your divine counterpart, or your, if it's not a spiritual union, just your counterpart, you know, God working on them. So you're not being able to get in the Ten of Cups situation because your counterpart is not ready yet, or a counterpart is not suitable for you, whether it be someone specific or just, you know, someone out there in the world. It's not a suitable situation ready for you yet. Four sacred circles, same as the Four of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, more energy on just doubling down on you being alone is supposed to be, you know, until the work is done. Your spirit team is working though. So you're not alone. That's what I'm getting there with this column. Two of Swords, Hierophant, Five of Sacred Circle. You know, while physically you may be alone, spiritually you're surrounded. You got a whole team working on your behalf behind the scenes. This column right here is getting like, of course, you know, the dream is to have a Ten of Cups situation, but right now you're in a Nine of Sacred Circles or Pentacles energy. So, you know, you go back and forth with, you know, being satisfied with where you are and then wanting what you don't have yet. It's pros and cons to both. And then I feel like with the Four of Sacred Pentacles, excuse me, Sacred Circles, Sacred Pentacles, I feel like with this energy here, you may have been holding back from your prayers, and you need to pick back up on your prayer life. Sharpening your sword is something that I'm also hearing. Because if that blockage was removed today or tomorrow, are you ready? Are you ready? And that's some energy from what I was seeing yesterday. Like, you're asking for something, but are you realistically ready? If that blockage was moved, if this gate opened up to let you into that castle and you couldn't come back out of it, all right? If this gate opened to let you in this castle, but it was guarded so much so that you could not come out of it, are you actually ready? So make sure you being careful what you're asking for, number one. And number two, that you're ready for or making ready for with the Princess of Swords for what you've been asking for. Whether that's saving money, because Four Sacred Circles does talk about holding on to resources, saving money, holding back. But I feel like this column is talking about getting ready. Let's clarify. Oh, and at the bottom of the deck, we got the Ten of Swords. What's behind it? The Six of Swords and then the Empress. Yeah, so it's like you're working towards your peace, to your abundance. There's definitely still dark energy looming. We're still on a healing journey, but this is kind of clear-cut energy of like, hold on, let me grab the card so you can see him. Starting this way, working that way. This is clear-cut energy of like going towards peace on our healing journey for sure. For sure. Underneath that Empress card was the Chariot. Yeah, because we're moving forward, taking it one day at a time, and that's all that can be asked of us. That's all that we need to do is just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. All right, so let's clarify. Seven of Staves, Seven of Staves. What card it just tried to stop at? Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in a reverse. Five of Pentacles in a reverse. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Eight of Cups in a reverse. Four of Pentacles in a reverse. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. The cards clarifying themselves is so crazy to me. I'll never get used to that. I'll never stop being shocked by that. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords. Ten of Wands. Seven of Wands in a reverse. Nine of Sacred Circles. Nine of Sacred Circles. Clarified by the Six of Wands in a reverse. Ace of Wands in a reverse. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. High Priestess. Seven of Cups. Four of Sacred Circles. Four of Sacred Circles. Four of Sacred Circles. Knight of Wands in a reverse. Ace of Swords. Two of Sacred Circles is clarified by the Moon. Nine of Swords in a reverse. Five of Sacred Circles. Oh, malfunction junction. Chariot card, Hangman in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so we already know. And this is the thing. Like, we already know we're not moving forward on love right now. We're working towards our abundance. But I feel like what the cards keep telling me is like love, because that Ten of Cups just keeps it's showing itself today. It's like love is heavy on the mind. And while we're working forward and going towards our healing, as long as that becomes and remains a primary focus, then it's gonna kind of slow the healing process down, or that's gonna be like one of the hardest areas, that heart chakra. And then the mind with wanting love, that's gonna be like, that's gonna be hard, you know, for us to move past as a collective, because it is a dream and a goal to have that union and to have that love connection. But I feel like other things are more pressing and more serious, like the abundance and the stability of the Queen of Pentacles. She's in a reverse with the Five of Pentacles in a reverse also. I feel like that's that foundation, that's that abundance that needs to be laid, because while you're working on it, it may not be a success as of yet. With that Nine of Pentacles being clarified with the Six of Wands and the Ace of Wands both in a reverse. It hasn't been fully manifested yet. So with that Four of Sacred Circles being clarified with the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Swords, the truth is you have emotion, and this could be you or this could be the counterpart that you're waiting on. Because we did speak the other day about the person that you're waiting on finances are not correct, or either it's yours are not correct, and the person that you may be wanting or that should be coming into you may think that you're on some type of financial come up by trying to date them. So that's why they're not coming forward. Just keep in mind what we talk about on a daily. So it's like motion is not, it's not moving as fast It's not as much motion as one wants it to be, or what it probably needs to be, because the load is heavy. It's a lot of work to be done, Princess of Swords. That 10 of Wands, that's a lot of work to be done. But with that 7 of Wands in reverse, I don't feel that you're shying away from it. I don't think that you're resisting doing the work. But it's like it's kind of a heavy load for you alone, and that's probably why 10 of Cups union is on your mind so hard. It's not that you need a financial come up off of somebody. It's like you need a partner, like somebody to help you build this life that you're trying to build, this stability. And what we were talking about with that prayer life, you know, if you're feeling heavy burden, you need to be fighting more so in prayer and in spirit, because that may be where you're dropping the ball at. Like, you so busy putting your energy into your physical labor and getting your money and trying to save your money, making your money and all of that. Like, you ain't even putting some of your burdens on God, on your spirit team, like asking for help. Two of Sacred Circles being clarified with the Moon and the 9 of Swords in reverse. Intuition versus the mind. That's the juggling, the back and forth. You know, stressing over what you can see and what you may not have versus exercising and activating that faith. Somebody in the collective is definitely not activating their faith and not operating in spirit. They're not praying as much. I feel like someone may even be confused about spirituality and how to, you know, go about it in their daily life, with the Hierophant card being clarified with the High Priestess and the 7 of Cups. You're confused about it. And, you know, going back and forth within oneself, a lot of people in the South do that, because in the South, and it may be in other parts of the country too, but in the South, being in the Bible Belt, you know, you're taught that, you know, spirituality is wrong, and you know, what we're doing right now with tarot cards is evil, it's devil worship, yada yada. And I feel like somebody in the collective is going back and forth with how to actually be spiritual and not be frowned upon and looked upon in a negative light within the community. They're confused about how to even go about it. So it's kind of like they're just pulling back from it altogether, whether it be religion or spirituality. But you need a spiritual way of being, a support system, that faith. Like, the faith is the foundation. Also, for feminine energies, you know, praying for that 10 of Cups and wanting a masculine. And when I say, please don't be like, oh, you know, people carry different energies. Some women are more masculine, some are more feminine, and same goes for men. You can have 2 women or 2 men together. There's a masculine, feminine energy present. So just take it for how it resonates for you. But a feminine energy wants a 10 of Cups, and her counterpart who is out there in the world somewhere, whether it be somebody she's already into it with, somebody she's broken up with, somebody who she doesn't even know. You need to be praying for that person, because they may not have a foundation built on faith. They may not be spiritual. They may not know how to activate their faith. So that's what you may need to be working on. praying for the things that you need and want within y'all's union, feminine. Let's see. Let's get back into it. I want to start back over with the 7 of staves and go across horizontally. And someone may have a block on their finances. And it may not even be a relationship that we're looking at. We're just talking about, you know, the home, being at peace and being in love with your home life. And you can never find that because you're stressing about money and you're always working and you always hustling so that you could pay the bills because you are doing it alone. 10 of Cups is being clarified with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 4 of Pentacles is on the board twice. So, you know, I'm getting, if we're talking about a home situation, and I'm also getting energies about a job. The job doesn't feel like family anymore, but you can't walk away because you need to hold on to this job for this money. Yeah, you can't just walk away from your job right now because you will experience lack. So you kind of got to get out of your mind on that. Oh, yeah, that was a 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords clarified by the 8 of Swords in the reverse and the 2 of Swords. Yeah, if this is about a job situation, you can't leave your job right now. If this is about, you know, the home, like, don't get so overwhelmed and so stressed and get into an 8 of Swords energy and just block yourself or figuratively clock out mentally, because you got to focus. Like, you can't check out on this one. You got to focus on this home. You got to maintain this home for you and your children, for you and your family. It's a feminine out there who may be in a love situation and is literally holding a boat afloat for the whole family, you, the masculine, and the kids. And somebody's also trying to hold on to a masculine energy because they can't afford their situation alone. You got to keep working, though. If we're talking about magic, I feel like it could be magic being done here with the Hierophant being clarified with the High Priestess and the 7 of Cups to create illusions. The healing message the other day was talking about, I can't remember the terminology, but kind of like just breaking up illusions. There may be a feminine energy a feminine energy manipulating a masculine energy to not leave a situation, and is posing as if it's love when it's really about finances. Like, I can't let you leave because you add to the equation here and I can't afford it on my own. So the masculine is staying put, wants to be doing things for self with the 9 of Sacred Circles, but it's not, due to the manipulations of a feminine energy. But that Chariot card with the Hanged Man in the reverse, I think they're coming out of that. They're coming out of that, that illusion with that Chariot card and the Hanged Man in the reverse. The Hanged Man in the reverse is the Hanged Man itself is stuck, but enlightened in the mind. The Hanged Man in the reverse is not stuck, while yet enlightened in the mind, with the Chariot card coming up out of it, and somebody may be about to go through a situation financially, because that Five of Sacred Circles is the Five of Pentacles. That talks about lack, because a masculine will be leaving. I don't know if they know yet, because it looks like they haven't moved yet with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. But their decision is made. Somebody's decision is made. This is given like an energy. That energy just kind of took over everything that I said. But everything that I said before still stands. But as I spend more time with the energy of these cards, I'm seeing a story that all the pieces, like you could get something from here and something from there and something, but all of what I just said about the manipulative feminine energy fits from each of these cards. It's like, that's why I love the cards, because it's like putting a puzzle together. It's like a blueprint. Yeah, what's on the bottom of the deck? And somebody may be experiencing a Ten of Swords, because the some masculine energy is going to find peace. And the peace may be with the Empress, or they're leaving an Empress energy to go find peace. And the Empress has to watch them walk away. Then we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Magician, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, somebody is seeing past an illusion here. So they're not offering to something anymore. They're choosing something else. And it looks like they're choosing self. Empress in the reverse behind that. Two of Pentacles in the reverse behind that. Tower behind that. Somebody is getting left. Somebody's getting left. Because somebody's putting their self first. Damn, that story just came and just knocked me over the head. All other stories still stand, though. And that may be why a feminine energy needs to pray and work harder, and maybe in a place of, you know, going through something financial, because the masculine is on their way out the door if they haven't left already. But see, and while I do understand, you know, what a man is supposed to do within a household, one of the things my mom brainwashed me on as a child, or brainwashed me to believe as a child, is that don't be out here asking these men for money. Anything that a man can get for you, you can get for yourself. And that is only because at a young age, I was asking men for money. My grandfather, the people he was around, everybody. I was asking every man I saw for money. And she just wanted to break me out of that habit of that, which instilled in me a high level of independence, which men are saying today that they don't necessarily like. Women are too independent. But my thing is, like, if you are a man who's sure of himself, and you know what you bring to the table, and you know how hard it is just in this world, period, then why wouldn't you honor a woman who has strong work ethic and is independent in her own right. It's not to say I don't need you, but it is to say two heads are better than one. Two incomes are better than one. And I just feel, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, men, I just feel that for me, I would want somebody beside me that knows their role when it comes down to divine order, man, woman, child. But then also in my absence, because I happen to be black and I like black men. A lot of black men die. A lot of black men go to jail. That's not all. And that, you know, I don't even want to get into all of that. But the truth is in the details, right? So if you were ever to go to war in the army, if you were to ever be sick, I would think that you would pick somebody who, instead of having to run to another man for the household, your children, etc., to be taken care of, she has the work ethic, the fortitude, the perseverance to endure and be able to hold the boat afloat on her own. Now, God forbid you die, go to jail, go to war, what have you. But in the instance that you are absent, you have a woman that can be a Queen of Pentacles upright. She can take care of things. What if your absence was temporary? Would you want another man to fill your spot because you need that woman to be dependent on you as the man and as the provider? Or would you like for it to be like, okay, we've prepared for this. We got some money set aside. She's going to continue working and doing what needs to be done. And when I return, everything is still going to be where it's supposed to be. Because she doesn't have to depend on a man. She's not lazy. She's not living outside of her means, etc. So this energy here just talks, it screams to me about what's needed versus what's wanted. This was kind of deep. Like this, I really like this reading. Like some situations are blocked because it's not supposed to move forward. I don't think everybody is a suitable partner for everybody. A Queen of Pentacles upright goes with a King of Pentacles upright. If somebody's in a reverse, why are you in a reverse? Is it because you're not fighting for it? Because this energy is right here. Like, this gives me like it's more bills being incurred than money coming in. But it's not because, it's because of laziness, truth be told, with the Knight of Pentacles in a reverse. It's because of laziness. And maybe somebody don't want to be with no lazy hoe. Period. I don't know, but it's a lot of different stories going on. If you just, that doesn't apply to everybody, the story that kind of took over to read. But if you are a woman with a family or without a family, if you're going through financial times, you need to pray a little bit harder. You need to work harder. You need to work on your savings. You need to see if there's some type of spiritual block on your finances and go on about clearing that out of the way. You need to pray for the masculine energy that you want, because some women in this reading don't have a masculine, and that's what they want. They want somebody to help them, you know, in their journey of life and build. You need to pray for that masculine. Pray for the energy that you want coming in. And I'm not saying, Lord, please send me a man. Pray for the man if he's out there going through something specific financially. Pray for you to be able to be who you need to be, for them to be who they need to be, from removing any obstacles that's in their way, you know, just asking for guidance and, you know, for healing for the both of you, so that your union can be blessed, so that y'all could come together. Because it's blockages on the front end and the back end. So however the story resonates for you, somebody just don't know what to do with the Two of Swords clarified with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. Somebody is confused with the Seven of Cups. Somebody may be stuck but haven't gotten their enlightenment. That's another way of looking at that Hanged Man in the reverse. Nine of Swords. things haven't come to light yet with the Moon card. Like, it's just minor blockages that can be prayed away, that can be removed with obstacle blockers. Things just need to be moved around so that things can move forward. But whatever resonates for you, resonates. Y'all have a great day. I'm out.